The powers of the world are the greatest example of power which allows control from a nation as to an entire continent, but just as they can obtain everything, they can also lose it and disappear rapidly. Like in legends and myths, there are lost continents like the Atlantida in which they were a powerful nation and had everything, however it disappeared from one day to another and is like mystery and myth. In this video I will tell you about his history, how it was, how he lost his power and how he disappeared until leaving no trace. The Atlantida is described in the books of Time and Criticism of Plato, and was larger than Asia and Libya together, and it is thought that it was located near the Strait of Gibraltar. States, its capital was surrounded by 3 separate areas of water which in turn separate the land area. They had defensive walls around the areas. The walls were made with different types of metals. The exterior was bronze, the middle wall was copper and the interior was a rare mineral called orichalcone which it was only been there. The capital of the Atlantida was 9 kilometers in length and was built on a few mountains in the middle of the continent. Around it were 3 water channels in the shape of a ring that were connected to the sea by a wide channel. The main channel was 180 meters wide in addition to the other 2 channels, averaged 360 meters and 540 meters wide. Inside the capital they had buildings such as the Poseidon Temple and the Royal Palace. The ring-shaped outskirts of the city had the dependencies of guards, warriors, and citizens. Also the complex was surrounded by 3 centered circular walls and had 2 ports, the commercial and the naval. After a time the Atlantis goes from being a small empire to a maritime power that is constantly improving. They had a large navy in addition. They possessed 1,200 warship and a crew of 240,000 people in the capital alone. In the beginning, the kingdoms were regulated by some laws written in a column of orichalcone in the Temple of Poseidon. The most important laws worked in that the monarchs had to help each other and not attack each other to avoid a major conflict. Every 5 or 6 years they meet and discuss about whether they accept new agreements or judge and punish them law. The virtue and justice were the symbols of the Atlantic government, but when the inhabitants and the governor stopped to comply with the principles, the society entered into a horrible decline in which the anxiety of power and expansion increased into expanding parties. From Africa, Egypt and even to Tyre, what we call today Italy. From this point the Atlants began to enslave those who invaded, but when they tried to submit Greece and Egypt they were defeated and everything defeated by the army. There was only a little of what was a naval power at the time, and after a time a strong earthquake and a great storm began. A little time after the Atlantida suffering so many natural disasters it ended sinking through the night of them completely disappeared in the sea. If you like the video, share it with your friends. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I hope you liked my video. Just saying, I fired until a new video.